That was Jose Buffalo Martin. For a time in his career, trained Julio Cesar Chavez. He's had his hands on two of the greatest in the sport. Left and a right, solid from Whitaker. Following up. Very little that Nelson can do against that kind of hand speed and instinct.
And again, it becomes a negative from his corner's instructions and demand. The fact that he gets a little too careless with Azumah Nelson.
Good body shot from Nelson. Slowed Whitaker for just a second. Pernell comes back with body shots of his own.
See, this happens all the time with the southpaw. You can't maintain your balance. It's tough to maintain your balance because the guy's doing everything from the other side.
Get your hands free.
There.
Early in his career, Pernell Whitaker was up on his toes and his punches were insubstantial. That's not true anymore.
No, in fact, he's getting a lot of leverage behind his punches, settled down, and again, he's becoming much more of a complete boxer and puncher.
Right hand made the sweat fly off of Nelson's skull. Left to the body. Whitaker comes at you from all angles. Countering effectively against just about everything Nelson throws.
Jimmy hit it right on the head. Whitaker comes at you from all angles. He throws shots in the butt, to the left side, the right side, up the middle. He is so quick, he gets away with so much because of his hand speed. And he uses those shoulders so well.
Of the bout has changed slightly, and it's worth noting that Pernell Whitaker has never knocked anyone out beyond round 6. Azumah Nelson has worn down several opponents and knocked them out in the later rounds.
This is an incredible pace here. This is more so in the favor of Azumah Nelson. Now he can land his big shots.
Chopping away. And now Whitaker dropping his hands a bit inside and giving Nelson a chance to land the left hook.
The reason that Pernell Whitaker's tying his man up is to get a breather here. Be able to counter one of Pernell Whitaker's right hand there. Good right hand by Azumah Nelson.
Still snapping Nelson back with the jab. And there's a little mouse under the left eye now of Pernell Whitaker. Probably from one of those right hands.
I guess you notice that his style more the conventional way. That's some beautiful movement by Pernell Whitaker when he gets out of the corner. All he does is pivot.
Starting to assert himself again now within the last 20 seconds.
He's doing a number on Azumah Nelson with the jab.
Good right hand by Whitaker, followed by a right hand by Nelson. He comes back with a right of his own.
The thing about speed, you must understand, it nullifies power, strength, everything. It just totally nullifies it.
Why?
Because you get your punches in so quick, you break the rhythm of the opponent, and it frustrates him. And this is what's on the face of Azumah Nelson, frustration. He can't get set. He can't get his balance. Pernell Whitaker keeps turning, keeps getting angles, throws combinations, ties his man up. He's doing everything right. A good fight for Pernell. Excellent, I must say.
Nelson, incidentally, will not lose his super featherweight championship, even should he lose this bout. He has the option of going back down to 130 pounds and fighting the winner.
This is the kind of type of fight that Pernell Whitaker believes the public wants to see. A tactical fight, scientific fight. Give him a show. He feels that he's an entertainer.
Nelson would have the chance to fight a winner of a bout between Jeff Fennick and Juan Laporte to retain his title.
It would be a lot easier for Azumah Nelson because these guys' speed, hand speed is nowhere near that of Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah, this was a tough assignment. To move up in weight against a faster fighter than just about anybody in your division.
Look at the jab. I see here that Pernell Whitaker is a leg man. I can tell.
Yes, he's been a leg man all night long.
It's a big giveaway.
Trading punches at close quarters. One of the few times in the round that Nelson has been able to find Pernell Whitaker. By and large, Whitaker's just been too elusive for him. And Whitaker seemed to jump backward for a second. Again, Whitaker reaches for Nelson's leg, and Nelson responds with a left hook. Mills Lane, district attorney from Reno, Nevada, doing a little litigation inside.
There are signs of desperation in Azumah Nelson. One or two things could happen here, Jim. In fact, he could land a big punch, or either he could be knocked down because he's just walking in. Missing a lot of big punches, as Azumah Nelson is. When you miss those kind of punches, it takes some, but the technique of Pernell Whitaker is a lot better. Good left.
Solid left hand from Whitaker. Incidentally, should you have any doubt whatsoever, Whitaker's trip to the canvas was not scored a knockdown. That was, of course, a slip. Nelson still throwing wildly inside, and he's landing some of it.
But it's like 11 rounds too late. He's way too long to get this attack off.
Well, both of Azumah Nelson's last two title defenses ended in 12th round knockouts. But in neither of those fights had he been dominated the way he's been dominated. To stalk to try to get the big comeback knockout in the 12th. He landed a right hand. And he's landing with increasing frequency.
See, one thing about Pernell, he's starting to be stationary. What he wants to knock out, in fact, he's trying it right here. He should stay on the outside.
Of course, his stablemate, Meldrick Taylor, caught a lot of flack in the boxing press for failing to stay away from Julio Cesar Chavez in the 12th round of a fight that he had apparently won on the scorecards. And he wound up on his back at 2:58 of the round.
You can see what Azumah Nelson is trying to do, what punch he's trying.